The pond in winter. After a still winter night, I awoke.
We highlighted the first sentence because we could never imagine doing this.
There was dawning nature, in whom all creatures live, looking in my broad windows with serene
We highlighted serene because it's a vocabulary word.
and satisfied face. I awoke to nature.
We highlighted nature because he capitalized the N, which showed how significant it was to him.
And daylight. The snow lying deep on the earth, dotted with young pines, and the very slope of the hill on which my house is placed seemed to say, "Forward." Then to my morning work. First I take an axe and pail and go in search of water,
We highlighted this because it's an interesting way to get water.
if that be not a dream. After a cold and snowy night, in need of a divining rod.
We put a question mark here because we didn't know what it meant. It means a Y or L-shaped twig or rod called a dowsing rod or divining rod. It attempts to locate groundwater, buried metals or ores, gemstones, oil, grave sites, and many other objects and materials.
To find it. Every winter, the liquid and trembling surface of the pond, which was so sensitive to every breath and reflected every light and shadow,
We highlighted this because it's relatable to our winters in New England.
becomes solid to the depth of a foot or a foot and a half, so that it will support the heaviest teams, and perchance the snow covers it to an equal depth, and it is not to be distinguished from any level field. Standing on the snow-covered plain, as if in a pasture
Amid, we put a question mark here because we didn't know what it meant. Amid means amongst or in the middle of.
the hills, I cut my way first through a foot of snow,
We highlighted this because he was trying to work through the snow.
and then a foot of ice, and open a window under my feet, where kneeling to drink, I look down into the quiet parlor of the fishes, pervaded
We highlighted this because it's a vocabulary word.
by a softened light, as through a window of ground glass, with its bright sanded floor, the same as in summer. There a perennial,
We highlighted this because it's a vocabulary word.
waveless serenity reigns as in the amber twilight sky, corresponding to the cool and even temperament of the inhabitants. Heaven is under our feet as well as over our heads.
We highlighted this because nature is such a heavenly thing to Thoreau.